right, Matrixx and Rhodes Show supporters. Well, my goodness. It seems Hollywood finds themselves in a bit of a pickle right now. That's right. Um, After all these years of day in and day out saying all the most vile things you could possibly think of about President Donald J. Trump, it seems that Hollywood celebrities now are coming on bended knee to ask President Trump for help. I mean, this is hilarious. It really is. Including some like Mark Ruffalo, who we just said yesterday in a video, that's one of the most egregious sufferers of TDS that has never ever been spawned out of the devil's loins in our lifetime, right? That we've ever seen. Mark Ruffalo is one of those guys. Well, they're big worried about AI, artificial intelligence, and it seems now Hollywood has got to ask President Trump and the White House for some help. Now, let me get this straight. Y'all have called him a rapist, a Nazi, a murderer, felon. What's all the other things? There's a lot of things. All right, they've run the gauntlet of heinous things you could say about a person. The most heinous things you could possibly even imagine. Oh, let us not forget fascist. I mean, con man's on here. Dictator. That's some of the better stuff they've ever said. I mean, let's be real here. So here we go. This is funny. Hollywood celebrities took a break from calling President Donald Trump a fascist con man, mass murderer, dictator, to sign a letter begging his administration get on your knees to help them combat artificial intelligence. The letter, signed by more than 400 members of the entertainment industry, asked the administration to refrain from rolling back copyright protections they say would allow AI companies to, quote, exploit their work. We firmly believe that America's global, and this is I guess a portion of the letter, quote, we firmly believe that America's global AI leadership must not come at the expense of our essential creative industries. Hundreds of Hollywood members said in a letter to Trump's Office of Science and Technology Policy, according to Variety. Oh, you can't make this stuff up. To name a few of the smears celebrities have hurled at Trump, Hollywood film director Judd Apatow, what's the actor's name? Judge. I can't even think. The guy from The Breakfast Club. How come I can't think of that dude's name right now? To name a few of the smears celebrities have hurled at Trump, Hollywood film director Judd Apatow, known for the 40-year-old virgin, anchorman, and Talladega Nights, has called the president a mass murderer. Actor Mark Ruffalo just this week claimed President Trump is, quote, marching to dictatorship. Actor Ben Stiller, who's crazier than hell, who in 2021 reacted to Trump getting banned from social media platforms, saying the president's so-called, quote, divisive rhetoric has real-life consequences. Actor Joseph Gordon-Levitt called Trump a con man. Bette Midler wished for someone to shiv or stab Trump. They alone also signed off on the letter begging the Trump administration to hear their plea. Good God. Man, just throw them in the Rancor pit. I mean, honestly. Moreover, Netflix's Orange is the New Black star Natasha Lyonne, who just the other weekend went on a bizarre rant about the looming danger for American minorities and the alleged, quote, death toll in the U.S. under Trump. What? What death toll? What are you talking about? These people are literally just making stuff up. Also signed the letter pleading with his administration for help. Oh, my goodness. What a tangled web we weave indeed. The letter went on to claim, quote, AI companies are asking to undermine this economic and cultural strength by weakening copyright protections for film, television series, artworks, writing, music, and voices used to train AI models at the core of a multi-billion-dollar corporate valuations. Hollywood's letter was sent in response to OpenAI and Google recently asserting to the Office of Science and Technology Policy that U.S. copyright law should allow AI companies to train their systems on copyrighted material without first being granted permission. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. The letter accuses Google and OpenAI of, quote, arguing for special government exemptions so they can freely exploit America's creative and knowledge industries despite their substantial revenues and available funds. Well, I don't know that AI should be able to blatantly replicate and profit off of their work. In other words, make a whole movie where, AI portrays is playing Ben Stiller in a film that he's not actually in. I just don't think it's going to get to that point. Something's going to harness that part of the. I mean, there's going to be some kind of protection in there. There's no way there's not going to be. There is no reason to weaken and eliminate copyright protections that have helped America flourish. The letter, which also signed by Bette Midler, who spent years incessantly attacking President Trump and his supporters, adds Hollywood's figures also lamented AI companies threatening movies, books, and music, as well as a slew of other professionals in the industry with its demands for unfettered access to all data and information. These professions are at the core of how we discover, learn, and share knowledge as a society and nation. The letter, which also signed by Hollywood director Ava DuVernay, are you serious? Who spent years disparaging President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump. You know what? I changed my mind. F them all. Burn it down. I mean, seriously, just do it. In their letter, Hollywood members amusingly took a break from calling the U.S. a fascist dictatorship to remind Trump administration that America is, quote, a global cultural powerhouse that has become successful due to, quote, our fundamental respect for IP and copyright that rewards creative risk taking by talented and hardworking Americans. So, and my God, there's a who's who list of people on here that cannot stand Trump. Our extreme leftist social justice war, Faber Waller Bridge. Good Lord. I mean, really. You want to talk, you want to make some, Ryan Johnson is on here. Ryan, I murdered Star Wars Johnson is actually on here. Yeah, in second thought, just let it all burn to the ground. I mean, seriously. I don't think anybody ought to be able to blatantly copy anybody's work or anything like that. I just don't know that it's going to get to that extent. Now, are you going to have shady characters out there doing some stuff they probably shouldn't? I would imagine, Or is there going to end up being some kind of division or office that's going to be able to, sniff that out and make sure it doesn't run like wildfire out there? I guess. I mean, I've got a lot of questions about this AI too. My interest in AI is from the medical side. Like, what is it going to do to treat diseases and illnesses, and how close is it going to come to allowing us to live a lot longer? Because I think that's something that AI is going to be able to do, provided the shady ass big pharma companies allow it to happen. Okay, that's where I find AI very interesting and intriguing, is on the medical side with extending people's lives. In other words, where we look up in 20 years and 60 is the new 32. That sort of thing, where honestly, they find out you got lung cancer. AI figures out a way, nanobots, all of that. Boom, you got a new lung. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Or it goes in and rebuilds the damaged tissue, kills out all the bad stuff. And I understand I'm just spitballing here, but you get my point, right? I do find it hilarious that some of the biggest scumbags on planet Earth are now on bended knee begging Trump for help. That's rather ironic, is it not? I want to say hey, you reap what you sow. Uh, maybe you should have handled the last 10 years a little better with President Trump. Oh, but now you need his help. God, that list can't drop soon enough, can it? Boy, that has not been handled well. It hasn't. That is my only complaint with what has happened thus far. Everything else, awesome. We need that list. We need that list. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.